Do you make posts on Facebook and you're wondering, why am I not getting much clicks? I'm not getting sales. I'm not getting the engagements. Then maybe this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to go through some of the best practices that I find works for me and for clients with making posts on Facebook. My name is Joshua and I help hospitality clients and e-commerce small businesses to level up their business online. So in this video, I'm going to share some of my best practices for making posts on Facebook. The first one, plan your content ahead. You got to get into the habit of creating a content calendar. Let me share with you a simple content calendar I use with one of my clients. This is just a barbershop clients in New York, and they just wanted to better organize what they're going to post, when they're going to post it. So it became easier for you to take the right photos and then post it on a regular basis. So here is a basic Excel template for posting online. It's very simple. You have the days of the week and you have a simple reminder telling you, look, on Sunday, I'm going to make an educational post. Maybe on Tuesday, I'm going to make an inspirational post that's going to be targeted at female. On Thursday, I'm going to make a post about my barbershop services. And maybe on Saturday, I'm going to make an entertainment or humor post. And then you may adjust that to suit, ensuring that you meet your target audience. Now, one of the things you'll notice is that out of the 4 posts for the week, I'm making 1 post that is selling services. You got to make sure that you're engaging your audience, you're educating them, you're actually creating a connection with your audience. If you're just selling, eventually people are going to feel it's spam and they're not going to connect with your audience. So you want to create a content calendar that has balance, that understanding what's important to your particular clients and then posting things that make sense for you. Depending on your business, it don't mean you have to post every day. It's great if you can post every day, but the most important thing is that you are consistent. Whatever you're going to be doing, if you can post 4 days a week, then do that. If you can post every day, great. But don't post 10 times on Monday and then post nothing for 2 weeks and then post 10 things on 2 weeks from then. It's better off that you post 1 thing per day that is consistent and is reaching your target audience. The second suggestion is use high quality images. If you're going to be using an image and it's blurry and it's not going to capture anyone's attention, then you're better off skipping it altogether. So take your time. Even if you're going to use your phone, try to make sure you get good lighting, takes a high focus quality image, and then you could add your text to it. So make sure your image is of high quality. The third one is you gotta get a catchy headline. Most persons is gonna look at your headline first and then decide if I'm going to read the rest of the post. Come up with some ideas, get things that's gonna grab person's attention. Here's one of the tools I've recently started using to just get ideas to write catchy headlines and even Facebook posts. Look, it's not gonna solve all your problems, but it's going to give you ideas. And that's what you need at times when you're busy and you want to come up with something catchy, you want to come up with something fresh. You need some tools to help you get there. The tool I use to help me write catchy headline is an artificial intelligence tool. And I know you're thinking something out of sci-fi. No, this actually works. It's a tool called Jarvis AI. Yes, it's an artificial intelligence tool. It's actually going to help you write and create things. But I'm telling you, it is very creative. Let me give you an idea how this works. Here is one of my clients that is a hospitality website. They have different accommodation. Let's say I wanted to create a post or get some headline ideas for one of the accommodation. The name of the accommodation is the Pui Villa, and this is a brief description of the accommodation. So if I load up Jarvis, and here is what the dashboard looks like, and I can go to different templates, and there's a lot of templates. Here are my favorite templates, things like explain it like a child, and this is excellent for you just to simplify a language so that persons could understand it. Facebook add primary text, and this is really creating the entire Facebook post and things like feature to benefit. But for this exercise, we're talking about getting a catchy headline. So let's create a template for a Facebook ad headline. The first thing it asks you for is the company name or the product name. In this case, it's a villa, so I'm going to call it the Pui Villa. Then the next thing, you want to input some product description. You could type it yourself or you can copy and paste it if it's something you already have. So in my case, I'm going to go back to the description on the website and take that text. So I've posted it into the window, and then I can decide how much output I want. I'll leave it at the default 3 and say generate AI content. Now this is totally unscripted. So the first 3 outputs says your own private oasis in the heart of downtown. Now, if your property is not in downtown, then tweak it a bit. But this is actually cool. Now, my property is in an island location. It's actually overlooking the sea. So I could tweak that. It's a good start. The other option says Pui Villa, the best option for a romantic escape from a busy urban life. I can tweak that a little bit. Or relax and unwind at our dream villa. I like this. Short, sweet, and I could just tweak this and copy that to Facebook. This takes me right into my 4th suggestion. You want to make sure you keep it short and sweet. Persons only have a few seconds when they're going to be looking at your ad. So you want to make sure everything you put in those ads, in the first couple seconds that they're going to read it, they're going to get most of the information right off the bat. So yes, have a catchy headline, but even your text that follow it, don't have a huge book after it. So just in a few sentences or in a paragraph, you want to make sure that you have all the information right in your post. So using Jarvis again, let's look at an example of how we could actually create one of those posts, or to get ideas at least of creating your own post. So in this case, I'm going to take the same description, but I'm going to use a different template, and I'm going to use the Facebook ad primary text. So I'm going to paste that again, and I'm going to give the name of the villa also, which is the Pui Villa. And let's try this and see what we get. All right, excellent. So this gives me 3 output that I can choose from. Now, again, the AI don't know where my property is located. It just assumes. So you got to tweak it. It's not going to be perfect. So the first suggestion says, are you looking for a private villa in somewhere? My villa is located in Tobago. So I can just tweak that to say, are you looking for a private villa in Tobago? And then it goes on to say, if so, we're the perfect place for you. Our Pui Villa style apartment with its stunning bright yellow living space, decor, and so forth. So it grabs some of the information, but then it tweaks it and things like that and just makes it catchy. You have 2 other examples that you could tweak and you can adjust. But the idea of this is to give you ideas of how you could take your content and give you a creative post that you can tweak. In many cases, I take some of these suggestions, I tweak it and adjust it. You got to know what you're looking for. You want to get new ideas and a creative thought, and that's what tools like this helps you to do. If you're interested in giving Jarvis a try, I'm going to leave a link in the description so that you can try it out. The 5th option is to engage your audience. You want to be able to create posts that's going to get persons talking about what you're doing. Ask them the question, engage with them, draw them in to be part of the conversation. Let me give you an example of an engagement post I would have used on a client's Facebook page. So here is Cornerstone Guest House, Bistro and Cafe. They have some of the best ice cream in Tobago. So here's an example of an engagement post. We would have asked them, if you could only choose one, which flavor would you choose? And from this, you had persons engaging with the post. They would have said, hey, I want to choose coconut. But here's a suggestion, not in the list, but it's a must-have. Respond to every comment as much as possible. So someone said something, you don't got to say much. In this case, it's just a GIF or an emoji just saying, I acknowledge what you're saying. I agree with you. Coconut is wonderful. Someone said Guinness, 100% real talk. Someone said salted caramel. Just respond so that they know that you're listening to them and you will encourage them to make further comments with your page. The next best practice is to experiment. You don't always know 100% what your audience is going to like. So you got to change it up. Are they into videos? Are they into questions, trivia, maybe funny posts? So until you fully understand your audience, you're going to have to experiment, change your posts, get a feeling for what time give the best results. So you might make your posts at different times of the day and then assess it, test it. And the things that are working well, you want to repeat those things. And if it's not working well, then go away from it. It don't make sense you're doing things that's not getting any results. Now, this example may not always apply to everyone. And I want to share why I use this one. Using relevant hashtags. Because I cross-post a lot on Facebook and Instagram, hashtags are a lot more relevant in Instagram and Twitter, but they still have a place on Facebook. Facebook allows you to use hashtag to group certain posts, and persons might be able to use it to better search for certain content. You can create a following with your hashtag, or if this is something that is trending that you want to use to connect with your audience, you may find it useful to use relevant hashtags. Don't overdo it. Be very consistent in which hashtag you're using so it continue to connect with your brand. And the last one I want to share is to use a call to action. What do I mean? At the end of your post, what do you want your audience to do? Do you want them to call you? Do you want them to book you? Do you want them to like, share, comment? Whatever it is, you want to include that call to action as much as possible. If it's just an inspirational post and you just want them to have a good day, then that's fine. But if it's something that is meant for them to create some sort of action, do not neglect to say it. Be very clear. Do you want to connect with me? Click here to find out more. Call me at this number, text me at that number, WhatsApp me at this number. Be very clear what you're looking forward to do and include your call to action. So those are my best practices for making your posts on Facebook. If this video was useful to you, please remember to like, share, and click that notification bell so when I post more videos like this, you'll be notified. See you in the next one.